Hello.
Yeah. Um, why don't you give us a little introduction on on who you are and whatnot?
Okay. So, like, how I've been in the amateur community, is that what you mean? Like
Yeah,
how,
just general how'd you get to be in this community of Overwatch and games?
oh, okay. Um, Originally I didn't like Overwatch, and I decided to give it a shot. So,
Oh wow.
yeah. And stayed with a little small group of friends until I met a coworker's friend called Dictionary, and he introduced me to someone called Diamond Boy.
Mm.
And I'd known Diamond Boy for like maybe like a year and a half, and I played with him for quite a while. And I think back last year during December, he had to sell his PS4 for, I think something, personal from personal reasons. He
Oh,
was
that's
kind of
alright.
depressed at the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he was gone for I think like a month and a half, and then he came back and he came up with this crazy idea to, he wanted to host Overwatch tournaments, and he wanted to bring like he wanted to make the community for Overwatch on console like something similar to PC.
Mhm.
And I was excited at the time, and I didn't think it was gonna work out, but as a friend, I wanted to be supportive of everything.
Yeah, of
So
course.
he made a tournament, and he signed us up, and he just randomly told us like, "Hey guys, I want to do a tournament, and we're gonna be called Tacos Locos because we're all Hispanic or somewhat like that." So
Órale.
yeah, so originally our team was me, Diamond Boy, Dictionary, Bearded Island, Nicola, and then it was supposed to be Pomada, but Pomada didn't want to take he didn't want to partake in the tournament, so we took up Kay Harris,
Hmm.
and that was our original team. We participated in the first tournament and we won. So
Why does
that's
Diamond
pretty
Boy
much it.
sound so familiar?
That's
What?
amateur gamers. That's
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
think someone told me that in another podcast, and then I think I forgot.
Yeah, he it
Interesting.
was actually really awkward when he like just started citing in amateur gamers, and he was like, "Call me amateur." I'm like, "No, you're diamond to me. You're diamond. I know you
Oh
as
snap.
diamond." So
So you're like one of the
yeah,
OGs, like, oh man.
yeah. I guess I still call him diamond. I can't call him AG or amateur or whatever.
That's so weird to think about, cause every time after a tournament, after we're done casting, I'm always like, okay, AG's got a couple words and blah blah blah, or just I don't know. It's like so weird to even think that the concept that you'd rather call him Diamond, even though I've never heard him called that personally.
Yeah. Every time I talk to him, it's just, "Hey Diamond, what are you doing here? Hey Diamond, what's going on?" It's always been like that. So,
That's really
but yeah,
interesting.
that's how I got into the amateur gamers community, and how I've been around, and how you know I got to participate in all these tournaments and stuff. So,
Oh, that's pretty cool. So why didn't you really like Overwatch at the beginning then? Because I've met people who are like, oh, it's too cartoony or it's too whatever, blah 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 blah. Or what made
um,
you, or what was that about?
I actually, well, I saw that I watched a couple of trailers. It didn't really interest me, but I think it was the reason why, because back in the day when Overwatch was like in the beta and everything, I was just too busy playing the Wii U and playing Smash 4, so I
Oh
kind of didn't
yeah!
care.
Oh, we got a Nintendo fan. Oh, we just found so much more to talk about now. But anyways, continue.
But yeah, so like before Overwatch came out and everything, like I was just playing Smash 4 for like a whole year. That was like my thing.
Híjole.
And then I decided to give Overwatch a shot. So my friend game shared with me. He purchased it and we just kind of played it, and I just got hooked like overnight, and I couldn't stop playing it.
Oh, dude, same.
So
When Overwatch first came out, I was just like day in, day out, just all Overwatch this and Overwatch that, and telling my friends about it, like, oh, you should get this game. Oh, it's awesome. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
exactly.
Man, that's awesome. So, do you consider yourself pretty good at Smash Bros. Then?
I'm pretty decent. I'm not that amazing. Um,
That's interesting.
but I mean, I did pour a lot of hours into the game. I hope I'm at least decent in the game, but
Now it's
uh,
like, I mean, I want to challenge you, like challenger approaching right here, but I think I sold my copy on the Wii U.
I haven't
Um,
played the game in forever, so you probably like destroyed me.
Dang. But no, that's crazy. Yeah. What other Nintendo games are you into then?
Um, I
Because not a
did
whole lot of people got
well.
the Wii U. I'm assuming you have a
Well, I'm
DS.
no, I did have a DS, but it broke on me.
Uh,
So,
Same. I have to replace mine
I
because my
did
hard
play
drive is broken.
Pokemon on it, like Sun and Moon and everything,
Oh
but I
yeah.
never got to finish it because it broke on me. But
Oh, that's not good.
the only reason why I got the Wii U was just like Smash 4 and Bayonetta 2, but that was pretty much it. I haven't really touched it. It just kind of sits there
I have
collecting
not.
dust.
I've not played Bayonetta, but I hear Bayonetta's a good games, or they're good games, the one and two. But I've never played either of them. Like, are they?
Yeah, I mean, if you played Devil May Cry, I think they're
That's
made
what.
from the same, yeah, creator.
Yeah, that's what I was
So,
gonna say. Like, someone told me, but I haven't played a whole lot of Devil May Cry. I mean, I played the reboot that they made, just called Devil May Cry. That was pretty good, but fans didn't like it, I guess, because he got like the different appearance and like dissed on the other like white haired Dante. But
yeah, I've never played a Dante's game, but I mean, I would like to give it a shot since it's similar to Bayonetta, or Bayonetta is similar to Devil May Cry. I would
either
actually
or.
like to
Yeah, I
give it
think
a
Devil
shot.
May Cry might be a little older. But yeah, no, that's crazy. Do you plan on getting a Switch?
No, I do not. There's no really games that I'm interested in. If I mean, unless Smash 4 was confirmed for the Switch, then I would instantly sell my Wii U and then just be like, okay.
Dang.
But
So you're just a hardcore Smash Bros. Fan then?
I took it's one of those games that you can go to someone's house or a party or just a
Oh
family
yeah.
gathering and just kind of like set it up and just kind of just destroy your cousins and stuff. But yeah,
That's funny because like the people who I always play Smash with are my cousins too. Like I remember back in the day when I was like when my older cousins like babysit me and whatnot, we'd play like Smash Bros on the N64, and it was just a blast.
exactly.
I want to play more.
So I just kind of keep it for that reason.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty good game. I definitely need to get that again. No, but I'm a I'm probably one of the biggest Pokemon fans in this community. Well, Plague is up there. Plague Influence, who I just had. You probably heard of him or at least know him. Like we're both big Pokemon fans. Like
Yeah,
play.
I actually back in high school I was like a hardcore Pokemon fan too. Like I
Oh
played
snap!
almost all of them. I actually because my friend had the game, so every time it would be like generation, he'd be like, "Here's the next one." So I would be like, what's it called? Emerald, and then I would go into like platinum, and then I would go to black
Yeah.
and white, and then
Oh
X
yeah.
and Y. So
X and Y is pretty good. Like Black and White, I wasn't a huge fan of the Pokemon just because it felt like they weren't as high quality as they could have been. I guess X and Y I really liked. That's when I might have put the most hours in because that's when I finally got into like kind of competitive Pokemon, like
mhm.
uh where you're like building around EVs, whatever. I'll never mess with the IVs though. IVs are just even with like all the videos like explain IVs to me, this and that. Like I still don't really understand. I know it has to do with breeding and you pass on stats, but I'm just like ugh, ugh.
No, I could never do that. I was just, I just want that Pokemon. I got it. I'm happy. And then I would just play. But that's pretty much it. I'm not really like a hardcore Pokemon fan, but I kind of play the game casually, but I put a lot of hours into the game. So,
Like that's pretty much the same. Like I don't think I've ever completed a Pokedex actually. But um I got into the competitive when I was playing with a friend in high school. Um he had Pokemon X and Y and was like, oh, this battle. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pretty good at Pokemon because I knew like everything inside and out, like weaknesses, blah blah blah, this and that, and like which Pokemon should know which moves. And then he comes at me with like some crazy strat that's like somewhat meta, and I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy. Like I never, cause I was always that kid like, oh, I want to go to Pokemon Nationals one day. That'd be so cool. But like when he utterly destroyed me, I was like, whoa, you gotta like teach me what's going on. And he's showing me like oh, he has this Gliscor that has like poison heal and facade and like all these different moves that really combo well together. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like what?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, like Nintendo, like I just recently got a PS4 when Black Ops 3 came out, and then now I've been playing games like Overwatch and Destiny away from Nintendo. But ever growing up, like I've always been on those Nintendo consoles, and
Oh yeah.
it's
I was
crazy.
more of a Sony. I've had the PSP, the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and
Oh
then
wow.
PlayStation 4. So, but I've never really been like a hardcore Nintendo fan. There's only like
Hmm.
those certain type of games that I actually like. I mean, even Bayonetta wasn't originally a Nintendo game; it was a PlayStation game. And then
It seems like it would be a PlayStation game because like you've seen those PlayStation games like Monster Hunter. Like I think Monster Hunter was originally on the PS1, wasn't it, or PS2,
I believe so. I
and then
don't
moved
recall.
to Nintendo, and now it's coming back for PS4 for Monster Hunter World. Super hyped! Oh my gosh, you have no idea. It's gonna be super sick. So what kind of like? Well then, what? Since you're mostly PlayStation, what are your like your favorite games to play or that you remember playing from like back in the day?
So as far as I can, I think it was like elementary school. The game that actually got me into video games was Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, no, I have
Uh,
Kingdom Hearts pretty awesome.
yeah, that's it's weird to say, but it's my favorite game of all time. That's the game that got me into gaming. And
Nice.
then uh, I was like really addicted to that game, and like I could not stop. I beat the game bajillion times, and then I would go on YouTube and watch bajillion people beat the game and then just rewatch them over and over and over
Oh
because
man.
it was just so interesting. I mean, just watching different people coming up with their different strategies to beat, like different bosses, secret
Yeah.
bosses and stuff. So that's what I used to do. And then a advertisement came up. So I was waiting to watch another Kingdom Hearts walkthrough, and it was a trailer for Bioshock 2,
Oh.
and I saw that and it caught my eye. I got interested in it, and then I started watching trailers and walkthroughs for the first Bioshock, and then I bought that game, fell in love with that game, and I played that game a bunch of times.
I haven't played any of the BioShocks, but I hear they're really good. Like I hear they're really
Yeah,
good games.
I love that game. I bought all the games, all the DLCs, and then I bought the collection for PlayStation 4. I just beat all the games again.
Oh,
I
I
just
want to
love
get
the
the
Bioshock
collection.
series. It's an amazing game. It has a great story and everything. Um, and then I fell in love with Dishonored because it gives me this Bioshock feeling to it.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so that's my third favorite game. There's like other games I play. I play GTA, Final Fantasy 15. I'm not much of a Final Fantasy
That.
uh, fan. Just
Oh
kind
yeah.
of, I can't. I'm not, the old Final Fantasy ones or the recent ones are don't catch my eye. I think Final Fantasy 15, it's similar to Kingdom Hearts, and I think that's the reason why I like it.
Yeah.
Um, but other than that, I don't. I kind of play like what's like first person shooter games and story. I like story games. I'm not much of an online person. The
Oh
only
yeah.
online game I play is like Overwatch and GTA. That's pretty much
Interesting.
it. I
See,
mean,
that's a little bit of the opposite for me because I like a good story, but the story, like the only like my favorite story game of all time probably would be Dark Souls. Like Dark Souls 3, 2, like those are like my jam. And they're not even really story, they're more lore based games where like you have to
uh
dig for the story and find the story and um but it's like just so hard and like the challenge like I live for the challenge of trying to beat someone or beat something if the story like because a lot of story games I play I'm like oh these are a little too easy like I mean I could play them on hard mode but pass them whatever um
yeah,
with multiplayer games I feel like there's always someone better there's always going to be a more difficult opponent out there and I will find them and try to destroy them.
yeah. I don't know. I've always liked the story. I've always been like I think that's the reason why I've replayed these games so many times because I can't get enough of the story,
Yeah.
even though I already know the story by heart. But I don't know. I enjoy them and I mean, that's the reason why I keep buying them and purchasing them for every
Yeah.
next generation of consoles, so I can just
That's
have them there.
actually. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. I was gonna
Oh,
say.
I was
You can
gonna
go
say,
ahead.
well, it's kind of like me, well, because with Overwatch and those, like, I wish there was a campaign for Overwatch. Like, oh my gosh, because like I love the characters and like all these possibilities. Like, I came from this, and it's like I guess Overwatch is semi lore based, but with the cutscenes and the story there, like it's just really cool, and I would love Overwatch. But actually, reeling back a little bit, because I had a question. So you play a lot of Kingdom Hearts. What's the correlation between Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy? Because I know there are Final Fantasy characters in there, but I don't understand like what Final Fantasy they're from, or is Sora from Kingdom Hearts, or like, or from
Oh,
Final Fantasy, or like,
well,
what's up with
Sora
that?
is like it's a complete new character. Like the Sora isn't part of the Final Fantasy franchise at all. Like Kingdom Hearts, it's just like Sora. It's kind of
Okay,
like its own thing, and then Final Fantasy
okay,
is its own thing. So all it is just like there's like worlds of that are part of Disney in the game, and then since Square Enix makes Final Fantasy, I guess they decided to
yeah.
put them in the game. So they're just kind of in there as characters to be part
Just,
of the story, but they're
just like,
not.
sorry, go
What were you
ahead.
saying? Sorry. I was just saying that it's Sora isn't part of Final Fantasy. It's like Sora is like its own
Yeah.
thing with Kingdom Hearts, and then the Final Fantasy is with Final Fantasy. They're just put them together to make a story.
So legit,
So
Square Enix was just like these Final Fantasy characters one day, they met the Disney characters, and then this and that.
yeah, exactly.
Interesting, very interesting. Because I want to play more Final Fantasy games. The only Final Fantasy games I've played, well, to completion or semi completion, is 1, 2, and 5. I think. Like, I played a lot of the old ones, and the old ones were really really fun because I love turn based combat. Being a Pokemon uh, nerd, I guess. Like, but I wasn't a fan of like Final Fantasy 5 a whole lot because the like when it was your turn, you had to wait for a meter bar to fill up to use your action, and that's what like
hmm
Final Fantasy ended up becoming a lot of the games. When I noticed like with 3 and like 4, and I really wasn't a fan of that because I like take my time, like think about, okay, this attack for this dude, this and that. I don't like to be rushed. And also like if you're in the middle of combat, you can like whatever put the Game Boy down or DS down and just like go make a sandwich, something, come back to the same part of the combat. Like I like that
no,
usability.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the Final Fantasy 15 game is the only game I really ever gotten into.
My friend
I
actually said it was a lot like the combat was like Monster Hunter, like it was like action, like uh because he's a huge Monster Hunter nut like I am, and I was really
mhm.
considering giving Final Fantasy 15 a shot, but I don't know.
I mean, it's a great game. I personally wish they told more about the story, as me being like a story
Yeah,
fanatic and everything.
yeah.
But I mean, what they've given us, I appreciate it. I like the game a lot. But like, I mean, just like you, I like Pokemon and turn-based games. But for some reason, uh, I played Final Fantasy 13 and I just couldn't enjoy the game, even though it was like a turn-based game. I just didn't enjoy it.
Mhm.
So like if Final Fantasy was like all the other Final Fantasy games, I probably would have never given it a shot. But since this one's different, I think that's the reason why I kind of enjoy it. I mean, I know the other Final Fantasy games have great stories, and I've like watched the cutscenes and all the uh you know
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, the cutscenes they show in the games just to get like the story information because that's
Mhm.
really all. Since I can't play the game, that's the only way for me to get the story. So,
Hold on a sec. Let me just plug in my headset because battery's low.
sure.
All right. Sweet. Yeah, no, I really love the story. Did you ever play Black Ops at all? Did you say
I
you were into
played,
first-person shooters?
yeah, I played Black Ops, the first one,
Yeah.
um, back in like well only in PS3, and
Yeah.
I mean, I like playing them, but I'm not like a hardcore,
Interesting.
shooter. I just kind of play with friends casually,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not great at the game. I just kind of enjoy it, just hanging out with friends and stuff.
No, I'm
But
pretty much the same.
Yeah, I don't really play the multiplayer too much. My thing was just zombies. That's all I used to
Oh,
do.
dude, I was just about to ask that. Yes. All right.
That's all I did.
So
That's
that's
all I
another
did.
thing when we were talking about stories. Like, I love where the zombie storyline is going. Like, have you played Black Ops 3 Zombies yet, or any of those?
No, I haven't. I don't have the game. I want to get it so
It's
badly. I've been wanting to
so
get it since it came out.
I love the zombie storyline based on like how like Richtofen, all of them really came to be and what they're like fighting for. And I love like the little lore bits like in the cutscenes beginning, like, oh, you know this and this because whatever, and like Richtofen's carrying blood vials and he said he had to go take care of something and then he teleported away and time travel. I'm like, this is so cool and everything. Oh my gosh, I love zombies so much. Like trying to complete the Easter
Yeah.
eggs and oh, so good.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. The Easter eggs. Like, I remember. I forgot what map it was. I know it was in the first one.
I didn't play a
I
whole
can't
lot of the
remember what
first
map it
ones,
was.
which kind of sucked.
No, I only played two map. No, the three maps. I know there's the.
Kino der
I can't
Toten.
remember the. I remember I played arcade. Arcade. I used to force my friends to play the zombie arcade with me because none of them
Oh
liked
yeah,
it.
the Dead
But
Ops
I
arcade.
loved it. It was just so good.
Dead Ops arcade was
I
pretty
think,
fun.
yeah, but like when you got really high and it got really hectic and everything, and
I
then
could,
you would lose, you just
yeah.
didn't want to start all over. And I
I know,
totally
right?
understood my friends with that. So,
That's like the same thing with zombies when you get in like really high rounds. Cause Black Ops 3 really transformed me as a zombie player. Cause me and my cousin, like, we would always play Black Ops 1 and they're like, and Black Ops 2 zombies are like, okay, we're gonna post up in this house with our backs against the wall and just shoot the crap out of zombies and unload and hope for ammo drops or max ammos. And it was just a blast. I had like so much fun doing that. And but now with Black Ops 3 came out, like we try to be more like we try to do Easter eggs and we like really converse like, okay, now we have to not kill all the zombies, or like round one we have to shoot so many in the leg so not to kill them, and then knife to get the maximum amount of points so we can open doors fast and do things like that. And it's really crazy with the new zombies. Oh, you should totally get it. Like,
yeah, I
and
do plan on getting in the future. So,
they came out with the new Zombies Chronicles, so you can play a lot of the old classic maps on Black Ops 3. Like they remastered Kino der Toten,
Kino,
uh
that's the map I was thinking
Kino,
of. I
yeah.
love that map.
Kino
Yeah.
is awesome. I think Kino, and there might have been another Black Ops 1 map that I don't remember. Oh, Moon. They brought back Moon too as well. I
Moon,
don't know if
I've
you played
never
it.
played Moon because like I remember back in the first one you had to like play the story to unlock the other maps for zombies. So I since I never played the story, I stuck to like the same two maps and then the arcade mode.
I don't
So
think.
I felt with Kino.
Yeah,
So
Kino was awesome, but I don't know if I think you had to buy the DLC. But the other map you're probably thinking of was 5. 5 was the other free map
yeah,
with the
five with
president.
the presidents. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was pretty fun. Um, the Easter eggs were pretty cool back then, but they're so much more elaborate now. Like, holy guacamole! Like you have to do so many things, and like with the new maps, oh my gosh, you have to like figure out how to get like the complete edition with like all the zombie maps because they're so good. Like if you got the zombie right now, it wouldn't be that great because Black Ops 3 comes with is Shadows of Evil, which is an alright map, but it's not with like the original characters, and you don't get like the funny voice lines. Uh, it's just so good. I kind of miss the old Nikolai, where he was like the drunk. The new Nikolai is pretty cool too because did you ever play any of the Black Ops 2 zombies?
No, I never I played a little bit of the second one, but I never really liked the map, so I just never
Ah,
touched the game after. I just played the first one.
with
That's pretty much it.
with Black Ops 2, they came out with this map called Origins, and Origins was like because most of the Black Ops 2 zombies was like these just random group of people that were kind of connected to the story, but not really, not like the classic 4. And then like the last map they released was called Origins, and it was the same characters we all know and love from Black Ops 1, except they looked different. And then there was there was the thing like, okay, they're from a different universe, like with the multiverse theory, and they were even acting different and whatnot, and that's really where it's cool. Uh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, it
it's
sounds
just
interesting. I've
it's so
I've been
cool.
wanting to get the game. I know that. Honestly, the only reason why I would play Black Ops is just to play the zombies. I wouldn't even play multiplayer.
Oh my gosh,
So,
you should get the if you just want to get the zombies, you can get like Black Ops 3 just came out with like a Zombie Chronicle included, and that's what you want. It has like 8 maps from the past games, and they're so good. Like Shangri-La, Shinonuma from World War, uh, Origins is in there, Kino's in there, Moon's in there,
Yeah, I'll check it
Ascension's in
out.
there.
I
It's awesome.
totally.
I would totally play with you because I have all the things too. It's awesome. And I have like everything. So cool. But yeah. No, I just like recently getting the PlayStation. There's so many games that I have to go play again because like I've never played BioShock or like anything that came out on like PlayStation or Xbox before Black Ops 3. I haven't really played because I've like I said I've been Nintendo all my life
hmm
really. Um, I just there's so many games I haven't played that I need to play. Like I need to play The Last of Us. I heard The Last of Us is amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one of the games I've played. I played it like maybe like 4 times. It's I still need to get it the remastered for the PlayStation 4. That's one of my the games on my bucket list.
On your bucket
Uh,
slash wish list.
your wish list, yeah. I mean, I played a bunch of other games. You know, I played Beyond Two Souls. I
I've
I
never
was
heard of that
trying.
game.
There's a yeah. So since I have this thing, I'm like a trophy hoarder. I just love trophies.
Oh, you try to get all the trophies?
Yeah, so
Oh, trophy
I
hunter.
platinum a bunch of games actually, and there's a couple of games that I probably would have platinum a long time ago. I just never got around to it, and then like I was trying to platinum Portal 2, but they turned off the co-op mode, and I wasn't able to get like 3 trophies to
So
on the
like
multiplayer. So
that's what I was watching. Funny enough, a different podcast on completing games, and I think it was the Game Grumps that did it, but they were talking about how like a lot of old games that one of the, like completionists try to do are like you can't platinum anymore because either their online services are unavailable and you have to do things online, or like you said, co-op was disabled and you have to do things co-op. Um, it's just like a lot of things that make it really hard to be a completionist.
yeah, yeah. I mean, is I think I think I have I have 6 platinum games. I probably would have had 10, but like I said, there's some games that I was just unable to platinum. Um,
Yeah, I haven't platinum
I
anything.
I can't like that's what I do. I think that's also a reason why I'm able to play some of the same games over and over because I'm just here trying to platinum them. um,
Yeah.
I think I platinum one game in a game, and I'm as sadly as that sounds, I am proud of it. So
You platinum what? Platinum what?
I I platinum one game in a day.
Híjole!
So
My
yeah,
gosh.
exactly.
What game?
So I think it was like a Square. I think it's called like Murdered Soul Suspect or something like that.
Oh yeah, I've
I,
heard of that game. I heard it's pretty good, like kind
yeah,
of like
I
LA
played
Noire
it,
style.
and then I played it, and then I noticed that the trophies aren't that difficult to get, so I was like, hey, why not? And then I just one night stayed up really late, and I played the game, and I was pretty proud of it. So,
Dang, that's awesome. No,
but yeah,
my
I do
coworkers
that a
have been
lot.
telling me to do that. I've tried to play Murder Soul Suspect, but I haven't had. Well, I mean, I've had the time, but I haven't had so much interest. But I played LA Noire a little, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that sometimes I'm just not interested in platinuming, like especially if it requires to beat it on the hardest difficulty.
Oh
I know
yeah,
for a fact I'm no way I'm gonna be able to beat like the Uncharted series on difficulty or Tomb Raider on difficulty. Like those type of games I enjoy most playing on normal or
oh yeah.
just yeah. I The only game that I do play on the hardest difficulty is Kingdom Hearts, but even then it's not like
Dang.
super duper hard like Dark Souls. So
Yeah, Dark Souls. Oof.
that's a challenge. I understand that.
I, I love me some Dark Souls, but like I first because when I first got into the Dark Souls series, like I said, I hadn't played anything before because I just barely got my PS4 when Black Ops 3 came out, and then when Dark Souls came out, I never heard of this game before, and everyone was like, "Oh, this like I had no idea what to expect, like zero things." And I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll pre-order it, and or not pre-order it. I think I might have pre-ordered the day before, but then I bought it and then played it. I was like, this is the hardest thing ever. Like it legit took me like 2 hours to beat the introductory boss on Dark
Dark
Souls.
Souls?
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
when
I've seen a
it's
couple of walkthroughs for
oh
it,
my
and it looks
gosh.
really difficult.
It's very difficult. And then like it was like I'm not an angry person. Like I am not an angry person. But Dark Souls pushed me to like finally rage at a game. Like I was so mad at it. But over the end, like I ended up, I think, looking for a couple walkthroughs because I didn't know how. Like I never played any other ones. I didn't know how it worked. Like I didn't know you could have a buddy to use your embers to like get friends and whatnot to play with. So I kept on like using embers to get souls and just buying things,
Hmm.
which is not the way I should have done it. But after I played Dark Souls 3 and beat it with the help of many people, and I actually need to go back and re-beat it without any help so I can say I beat all the bosses without like by myself. But after I did that, I'm like, this is awesome. I need to play the other ones, and then I played like Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2. I haven't beat Dark Souls 1 yet. I'm kind of stuck somewhere in game, and I don't want to look up a walkthrough because I want to have a little bit of pride. Like I did this without a walkthrough. Like yeah.
Yeah, I do that too. I mean, I played. I platinum the first game of Dishonored, and I try to
Hmm.
do there's like this trophies you have to do, like play it on Ghost without being ever seen, or like trying to do
Oh,
it
I heard
without
you like
killing
without
anyone.
killing anyone or seeing
Yeah,
anyone.
exactly.
Like
And I wanted to
what?
do it so badly without looking at walkthroughs. I wanted to be like, I
Yeah.
did this. I'm proud of this. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
mean, I think I got to the third one and I just couldn't. And I looked up a walkthrough and I felt disgusted. But
I felt disgusted with myself.
I was like, who am I? What type of person does this? But I did it for the third one,
Oh
and I
man.
did it on Go. I did it without killing, and I collected all the collectibles and everything. And then I went along with my life, and I did the last two missions, I think it was, without doing the walkthroughs. And then I platinum the game, but every time I look at that third mission, I don't know, it bothers me. So
This is a bad feeling. Like well, yeah.
I looked
See,
at that video.
that was me. Like, I mean, Dark Souls. That it didn't start with that. Like, because I played so much Nintendo, Legend of Zelda. I was like, is still my jam. Like, I love Legend of Zelda, and I always try to beat it without walkthroughs, but sometimes it's pretty difficult to do so. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, eventually I could do it, but not all the time on certain games. Because I think the one I did without any walkthroughs was a Link to the Past. For anyone watching who knows that one was pretty interesting. I had to look up a walkthrough eventually to get all the things. Actually, that was the only Zelda game where I got everything and did everything and completed like 100%. The Zelda games have just so much stuff, and I could probably never do 100% on a lot of them. But it's whatever.
No, but yeah, I think that's the reason why I always platinum games. Just the great feeling of knowing that I 100% of the game. So, plus it gives
Yeah.
you something to do.
True. That is also true. The closest thing I've ever done to platinuming or a game on PS4 now that since I like recently got it was actually Overwatch. Like playing all the different characters and doing all the different what's it called? Like just things in general. Um I sorry, I just lost my complete train of thought because I'm like running around in Destiny the tower and I found something interesting and I lost my whole train of thought. Um, but no, when it came to Overwatch, I just played all these different characters and ended up becoming a flex player where I know how to play everyone very efficiently. And
Oh, that's the thing that I wish I had. I'm just kind of stuck to like three, four, five people.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, when I started playing comp, I really wasn't given the option to kind of flex because the
oh
second
yeah,
you get in a match, there's already like four DPS taken, and just kind of force you to
exactly.
play like a tank or
Like, see,
support. So,
that was kind of my role because right now, like, if I had to pick a majority role, like, I'm mostly tank and support. Like, those are my most comfortable options because that's where I play the most comp on. But like at the beginning, where it was all quick play, back in the day when one of the yellow bars it says you have no snipers on your team, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be that guy. Like, I wanted to be the Hanzo legend, like, because everyone was talking on Quick Play at the time before competitive was even out. Like, oh, there's an amazing god tier Widowmaker, blah 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 blah. Like, she's just so amazing, and like you don't hear. And back then I was like, you don't hear about any like amazing Hanzo, so I was like, I wanted to be that guy. Which
Mhm.
Hanzo ended up being my third most played character overall. Um, but when it came down to it, like I was always trying new characters, and I'm like, okay, this is how this works, and I could put like a strategy behind them, like this person works best, or this character plays best if you play him like this. Like I ended up like really getting a whole lot of game strategy and game sense, and it's pretty awesome. And in turn, like I got all the
Yeah.
trophies, like trying out everything. Well, not all the trophies, of course. I haven't gotten the floor is lava yet, or like some of the really hard
Oh.
ones. Actually, I still
Yeah,
need to get
no.
like 4 kills with Genji's sword or something. Um,
That's
but
what sucks because since I don't play those characters,
exactly.
I don't get the trophies. I mean, I I played it on other accounts, and I sometimes rarely or surprisingly just kind of get them, and I'm like, wow, that's great, but it's not on my main,
Oh
so it
yeah,
doesn't really matter. But no, yeah, I mean, I've kind of been forced to play support like every season, and that's kind of
yeah.
just been it. So I've lost my touch on other heroes, which kind of really sucks because I used to be a main back in like
Ugh.
quick play and then season 1 and season 2, but no one ever wants to play support. So
Exactly
I
my
wanted to be
thing.
that team player. I wanted to be that really team player. Like, hey guys, don't worry, I got your back. But
Yeah, that was my
everyone kind of
skill
like
too.
still blames you, like, hey, you didn't heal me, or hey,
You're
you didn't
like,
do this.
bruh,
Yeah.
bruh, come on, bruh.
I mean,
Like,
give me a break. I'm over here solo healing, trying to be nice, taking the one for the team, and. But okay, that's what you think. It's fine. You win some, you lose some. So,
exactly. Yeah, no, I've recently. I think my most two played heroes are well, my most played her person is Reinhardt, and then my second most played is Mercy. Um, so yeah, but Reinhardt has been my jam. I just love playing these Reinhardt. But right now, the team I'm on, I'm playing Mercy. Well, I'm playing support flex for them, depending on which support's here,
mhm.
because I can flex on almost any support in any tank, except a few. But yeah, so do
No,
you
yeah.
play Overwatch at all very often anymore?
Um, I do. Since because I am in a team, and since we try to find scrims, but just no one wants to scrim us. So
Oh,
what we
dude, we'll
do is
scrim.
that
Like
what
we're
we do
always looking for
is
scrims. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. Like I've asked people and no one replies. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be a pusher, so that's not who I
The same.
am.
Oh my
So
gosh, that same feeling. Like, okay, I don't want to bother you anymore. I'm
I
just
don't want to
gonna.
bother. It's no one's. It's okay. So
Yeah.
what we do is that we all get together like really late at night, and
Mhm.
we stick stack, and then we comp because I think that's kind of like the only really way to like, because people take comp really serious, and I think that's the only
Yeah,
really
that's
way
the
we can
best way to
find
scrim.
a stream.
If
Yeah.
without
So
actually scrimming, yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, we do risk our SR, but in the end, it's worth it
SR's
because it's
whatever.
the only way we can really work together and like actually come up with strats and
Yeah.
figure out what we need to do, the changes as a team. So when we do some tournaments or when we join tournaments, we are at least a little bit prepared. But yeah, we do that. We've been doing that last week, like every night. We've been taking a couple of breaks here and there. But no, yeah, we just kind of stick stack, play comp, and then I think as a team we do really good because we win 80% of our games, or 85%
Oh,
of our games. Yeah, so um,
what team are you on?
Team Edge,
Team Edge.
yeah,
Interesting.
we're not
What
that big
what's your
because
average
we don't.
SR for your
But
team?
right now, uh, we have three top 500s, and then everyone else is juniors.
Híjole! Oh, I didn't realize I was talking to a powerhouse team. Excuse me. My apologies if I've seemed rude. Like
No.
immediately, like senpai, no, I'm sorry. My gosh. No, that's crazy. I think our average, like I'm on Skybound Lightning.
hmm
Our team is mostly like Diamond Masters players,
Painless. Yeah,
but
I mean,
I
we
think
were
most of
all
us were
Diamond
more
and
masters
Masters
than.
like last season, I think.
That's
I just
crazy.
we just kind of like I said, we just kind of work together. We try to figure out what we need to change, and then
Yeah.
as a team, we actually been growing a lot as a team. We've been figuring out what we do. Everyone does their part,
Yeah.
except for me. I'm just stuck on Mercy.
Oh my
Everyone's
gosh.
making their changes and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, Mercy
I
is
feel,
so good right now too.
yeah, she's amazing. I think she's actually a lot better than she was before.
Yeah.
Just
I would
being
agree.
able to
A
get
lot
that
of
res in
Mercy.
the beginning is game changing.
Yeah, a lot of Mercy. I'm so happy that like another Mercy main like understands. Like Vivi, the Mercy main from IGHM hates the new Mercy. A lot of other Mercy mains hate the new Mercy, but I'm like, this is you don't understand. Like this is amazing. Like I can like just
Uh,
on this like I can tell you have amazing game sense. Um,
no, yeah, I mean
you'll
the
probably
new Mercy is
destroy us in a
amazing.
scrim, but you should still ask anyway. If you ask Scuttlebus, or I could actually bring it up too.
I think we
Um,
actually streamed you guys like a couple of days or last night. I don't remember, but
Maybe I wasn't there last night, because I had to do D&D things. Uh,
oh, okay.
D&D is actually pretty fun, by the way, but I don't know if you've ever played or not.
No, I've never played it.
Pretty sick. But yeah, because I think someone did tell me like, oh, we're screaming a top 500 team, blah blah, but this is good practice anyway. I'm like, okay, we're gonna get wrecked, okay, and then I
No,
wasn't gonna
but
be
yeah,
there, and I
exactly.
felt
That's the
bad.
thing. The practice.
The
I mean,
practice is
that
awesome, you know.
like a couple of nights ago, we encountered a. Okay, so this is the thing. Since we're so high up,
Hmm.
it's really hard to find matches. So what it does is it'll put us against, like diamonds and masters, maybe like a couple of G and stuff. So and the thing is that they're not together. They're all kind of solo queuing. So they don't really have the chemistry as like us
Yeah,
six
they don't
together.
have the
Yeah.
synergy of the six people who play together and friendly and whatnot.
Exactly. So a couple of nights ago, we actually encountered a six stack team that was around our rank. So, and sadly, we got dominated, and it was really,
Dang.
like like breathtaking. I mean, here we are, we're just kind
Yeah.
of dominating, and then all of a sudden, this team, stomps us. So, I mean, we were really sad and everything, but it was actually really good help. Trying to figure out like, hey, if we do go in a master and higher 20, these are some teams we might actually go up against. So we need to figure out what we need to change and everything, what we need to do to figure out how to, do better as a team. So,
Yeah.
we actually encountered them like a couple more times. And again, we're doing a lot better. There were a couple of games where they were really close, but we still lost. But it was a good experience. So, I mean, that's why when you say, oh, a GM team, we're gonna get destroyed. But I mean, it's a good experience,
Oh
just to
yeah.
learn
No.
and see how you guys, work.
Like I know a lot of people that get discouraged when they lose, and like I mean, a lot of teams where you can tell when they lose, like the mood instantly just drops like a rock, and you're like,
Mhm.
whoa, okay. See me as like I get like more fired up, like okay, this is awesome. We can beat these guys. It's possible. They're human. We're human. We can do it if we try. Like we just gotta put the effort and the practice in and whatnot. Um,
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we were really discouraged. I mean, we lost three times to them, and we were just like, guys, maybe we should just call it a night. We're just off today. You can't win them all and everything. And I think the first game we actually were kind of getting really, angry at each other.
oh yeah,
But
like
yeah, you
getting a
just
little
you have to keep your cool and be like chill
That's
about it and
exactly the
just
same
kind of
thing. I think
focus on the game.
positivity is a huge part of playing, because if you're negative, then you're more prone to make mistakes. You're more prone to
Mhm.
not think straight and things like that. Like another reason, like I finally hit masters last season after like trying, and I feel like a lot of games where I felt like we would have lost because like I'm the guy in there, like even if we have like a just total crap comp, like I'm like, okay guys, we got this, and like staying positive and like calling out targets and coordinating our attacks better, and I feel like the positivity really helps. Like I even got a guy that's like, hey, thanks for being positive, man. I'm like, oh, it's no problem, man. Like I'm the happy-go-lucky dude. Like yeah, sweet.
Yeah, no. I remember we were in it was like a tournament a couple of weeks ago,
Hmm.
and we were in the semifinals against this team. I forgot what they were called.
Do you do tournaments
They
for
had
amateur gamer or for like a different?
no for amateur or just amateur gaming. We don't do anything else other than amateur gaming.
Oh,
But it was in tournament. And then we played against this team. I just can't remember their team. I feel really bad, but they were really good. I mean, it was like they were actually making us kind of like shout at each other, and then
dang.
one of my teammates was kind of like, he had to like raise his voice and be like, stop, calm down, uh, take a chill
Yeah.
pill, breathe in, everything, and then it kind of hit us, and we're just like, you're right, we need to calm down,
Yeah.
and then once that happened, we were actually able to do much better, and we were actually able to win.
You were
So I
better to
mean,
perform better. You were
yeah, perform
more.
better. I mean,
You
when I was
had.
really because I was dying a lot at Mercy, I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm not supporting my team. I keep dying constantly, and
I.
then it's just because I was just really angry at myself. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what am I doing? So
Yeah, I definitely feel those mercy ruts where in certain games like it just feels like you're dying over and over and over again and you're like, my goodness, like this needs to stop. And then I figure like, okay, I'm in the line of fire and this person or it's like these specific heroes are countering me. Like if Tracer and Genji are giving me the worst problem, then I'm just gonna stick next to Harambe and he'll help me out.
have him tickle everyone. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sometimes I tell my teammates, I'm like, guys, please, like, I understand that you're trying to kill everyone, but just can I just get a Roadhog to like babysit or maybe
Oh
bodyguard me
man.
from the back,
Oh,
or
I
maybe a
miss playing
Ferret so I can
Roadhog.
have a little escape plan, just something simple
Yeah.
as that,
Or
or
like
like even a Winston.
positioning is
So,
such an important thing for Mercy too. Like, if you are playing on like let's say Watchpoint Gibraltar, and you are defending the payload, if you have like a soldier 76 on the high ground shooting, and then you can escape to him, and if someone jumps you, then you can escape to people on the ground. If like your
hmm.
team is not like very grouped up and kind of positioned in certain areas where they can have a good defense position, you can just fly through everyone, and it really helps. And
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
I
I know
mean,
you know this. I'm also just saying this for people watching. Like, come
yeah,
on, guys,
yeah.
give your Mercy an escape route. Uh,
No, you don't have any idea how many times like sometimes I have a soldier just in the back pelting
oh
damage to
my
the
gosh,
team, and like just him being there, it helps me a lot because I can do
exactly,
like a complete 180 and then just woo, I'm out.
exactly.
But
Shout out to
no,
Mark
yeah,
Fuso,
I mean,
standing in the back
but
lines.
exactly. I mean, just having that one person in the back just really helps. I mean, sometimes I'll have my soldier and my Zen in the back, throwing out discords, and the soldier will be finishing him off from far away, and then our Winston would jump in, and I always follow my tanks because my tanks are like my top priority.
Exactly, dude. That
Um,
same thing. Like, tanks are number one priority to Mercies.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. I've seen mercies where they're just
yeah,
like, go, tanks, you're so big, you can survive. I'm like, no,
no,
once your tanks die, your front line is over. Like, they're the
exactly.
ones that hold the
Oh my
lines. You need to
gosh,
push with them.
someone
So I
understands.
always, I always tell my like DPS, like, cause Hunter's on my team. I'm like, Hunter,
Hunter
like,
Elite.
if I see you, I'll go for you. You know what I mean? But my
Yeah.
top priority would be Born because he's my Winston and he's our
Born.
main tank. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
I
I'm
always
starting.
when
I know
Born
these
jumps in,
players like you're talking. I think I might have casted one of your tournaments actually, possibly because I remember
yeah,
Hunter Elite and
yeah.
Born.
We won the tournament. I think I don't need to like brag, but we were the team that did the 5v6.
I'm trying to remember. Wait, was this recently? Like, how recently was this?
Yeah. No, it was like 2 weeks ago. I think we were like too
Oh,
high, so we had to kick one of our
oh,
teammates, and then
I
we did the five
remember.
v six.
Like, yeah, you guys had a huge SR advantage. I'm like, I wasn't surprised that you took that because I really hated the idea of the tournament like 3,800 average because I'm like, you can have like teams like yours where they're amazing like top 500 people, but then you just take one less people, but like your stars outshine their average, if that
But
makes
the thing was
sense.
that, like, even though, I mean, we had a higher SR, I mean, we're not saying it was easy. Like, we had a
Yeah.
very
No,
difficult
you
time.
guys
I mean, there was like,
definitely fought like a regular match, and it was pretty difficult on both
it
sides
was
from what I saw.
difficult. I mean, we had our team revolved around our tank because we were solo tanking it and then solo healing. So
Yeah.
if Born died, it was kind of over. So what I was doing was I was just saving my res exactly just for him. But No, we won the first one on Nepal, but King's Row was extremely difficult. I mean, that team was actually really good. There's some Metro was just stopping us from actually pushing,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really frustrating. But I mean, um, I think once we took her out, we were actually able to just push because her turrets and then her just kind of beating me in the back really helped
Yeah.
a lot,
Ugh.
and we were actually able to push. But no, I mean, that 5v6 was very difficult. We were actually getting really frustrated at each other. But
Man, that's so
yeah.
crazy. No, that's pretty awesome too. Oh, what was I gonna say? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Born. He also plays Reinhardt, doesn't he? Like I remember
Yeah,
you
he
guys
plays
had
a
like,
really mean Reinhardt.
oh man, dude, he's like, dude, I was like, oh my Reinhardt senpai, oh doing awesome, doing the work. Like I love as
No,
much as I love
yeah.
me Mercy, I love me Reinhardt too. So.
Born's like my little baby. I just kind of baby him all the time. I mean, like if you're looking for me, just I'm always with Born. I mean,
Yeah.
since he's our main tank, I need to keep him alive, and he's the one that kind of uh, is the one who pushes, makes the pushes and stuff for us. So if he's dead, like there's no way we can actually do a team fight. So I keep him alive. Um, and I just that's just my main thing. And then other than that, I'll keep my other tank alive, which is Jackie.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's pretty much it. But and then here and there, I'll take Hunter and my other teammate Pineapple. I'll just kind of heal them. But
Hmm.
my main focus is always tanks. That's like my priority. If my tanks is dead, then there's nothing more we can do. So.
No, I for sure agree. Um, Tanks are the utmost of essentials. Our lineup is so nice right now. Like for Skybound Lightning, um, I think we could probably get to a GM level honestly as a team. However, right now because we're a semi new team. Because I don't know if you've seen the old Skybound Lightning like when they won the AGL season 1, because it was like a whole bunch of different people, and now like we are like because I'm fairly new to the team as well. Now we have new people, so we have to re-synergize kind of. We have to refigure out new Skybound's kind of foot in the or get like a foothold in the door. I guess I don't know. That's probably a wrong
Mm-hmm.
expression, but we need to figure out just what works for us, what doesn't work for us. Because old Skybound like to run like double main tank like Winston and Ryan, and that worked for them. They always loved running Pharah and like Mercy and whatnot, and that might work for us. We have a pretty good Pharah. Shout out to Lazi. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we're in a good place. So we'll have to see in the upcoming events um, what's going on.
No, well, I know we scrimmed you guys, and honestly, I think you guys are a really good team. I was shut down a bunch of times.
Oh, that's
I
probably
don't
by
know. It
Mark
was,
or Lazi.
yeah, exactly. Was he? Does he play McCree?
Mark plays McCree. Mark's McCree is noob
Yeah.
and East Timor.
Okay. I couldn't stand his McCree. I mean, I would.
Oh my
The
gosh.
thing was that
There you
since
go,
Born
Mark.
always pushes, and I would jump in with Born, I would be like just shot from behind. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And it would just be this McCree, and it was making me angry. I'm like, guys, kill this McCree. Like, I can't stay
Oh,
alive.
there you
And
go,
I'm like,
Mark.
it would. And I normally don't have a problem with McCrees. They're like tracers. My main problem are always like Reapers and Genjis or
Reapers are
Pharahs.
easy peasy for me. Genji's always a
No, I
problem no
can't
matter what.
stand Reaper. Reaper,
Like,
like, he just comes up behind me and then bang, bang, I'm dead.
see,
I don't even have time to react.
I
But
am a very observant Mercy. Like, I'm always watching the enemy. Always like,
no, I do
okay,
the same
this,
thing,
yeah.
exactly. I've always,
It's a
and
rare
that's what people always
occasion.
ask me. They're like, how do you stay alive so long in team fights? I'm like, you just gotta watch behind you. Look at your
Yeah,
teammates, look for people who are far away so you can have
yeah,
an escape route, like talk to your team, tell them what's going on. Like sometimes when Born jumps in and I'm dying, I'll be like, Born, jump up, and he'll jump up for me, and it helps
exactly.
me to escape. You just gotta be really
Yeah,
coordinated with your team, communicate, and it really helps.
we
And
definitely need more of
I
that.
mean, I what I do, I don't really pull out my pistol. I normally just heal, like, or boost. I
I'll
don't
pull out my
do
pistol
that.
for flanking
No,
Reapers.
the only time I pull out my pistol is when I'm like going 1-on-1. But normally I always lose it. But no,
Oh
I
my
don't pull out
gosh.
my pistol. I just keep my team alive. And for every map, I have certain spots where I always go to. Well, I used to hide to for res,
Yeah,
but there are certain spots where I do hold my position to heal my team
yeah,
so I don't get, sniped or maybe like ulted or something that I can hide behind if someone that like throws a diva ult or something.
Yeah.
But I have like these positions, and if you knew exactly where they were, you would probably like shut me down, like quickly and instantly. But
Yeah.
no, yeah, I have problems with Reapers and Genji. Those are like and Pharahs. Those are like the three I can't stand. But I that McCree that last night I think it was just he was shutting me down, and I'm like, guys, I can't do anything. So
Yeah. Oh no, it's awesome. Like, this is crazy. I hate when I'm playing Mercy and then they just happen to be running Widow and like the headshot out of nowhere. Like, where did that Widow come from? Like, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. But
mhm.
probably one of my favorite. Like, I like playing Mercy, but I love playing Zenyatta. Like, Zenyatta takes a lot of coordination, especially how you want to run him. But I can 1v1 like almost any kind of flanker to stop. Like, that's one thing. It's probably a flaw though, because I'm not like, hey, there's a whatever behind us. Because usually I'm like, oh, I see a whatever behind us. Like Tracer, boom, whatever. Tracer's dead. She tried to jump me. It was her fault.
Mhm.
Or Reaper. The only one I have problem with is Genji. Because Genji, I'm like afraid of the reflect. Like, I'm always afraid of the reflect, and that's my fault.
No, I think
Yeah.
the reason why I can't stand Genji it's just they're just when they're up in your face, they're just like up in the sky and then down on
Oh
the floor,
yeah.
and you're like looking all over the place, and then before you know it, you're just kind of dead. You just can't keep up with the Genji, and I think that's the only
Honestly,
problem why I can't stand
the
with the Genji.
cure, I think the best way to figure out how, like, if you're having trouble with a hero is to play that hero. Like, me personally, because I put a lot of time into Junkrat as well, like, I hardly ever get caught in Junkrat traps, and I'm always seeing them all over the ground because, like, I know, hey, if I was Junkrat, I'd put it here, or this or that. Or if I'm playing or against the Reinhardt, I know, hey, this Reinhardt's going to want to pin me from this angle. I know not to be there. Like, honestly, the best way to counter your heroes is to play that hero a lot in quick play or something and get to know, okay, if I was to be this hero, I would do this. Unless you're, like,
Hmm.
playing against, like, a genius Genji or something. But I think
Well,
it really helps like that.
I I I've played against Hunter,
Oh, man.
and let's just say like he's an amazing Genji. So I don't think like my Genji would be even close to the level of his Genji. I mean,
Yeah.
he's watched me play Genji. He's just like, Cal, what in the world are you doing? And I'm like, don't laugh at me. I'm trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I think the best way for me to do is like for me and him to go head to head and have his Genji just constantly on me and just kind of like learning from it. But um, the majority of the games like that I've played in, there's really not that many Genjis, so I normally don't have a problem.
Hmm.
That's why there's like a lot more Reapers in games nowadays, so that's why I have a problem with Reaper because
Yeah.
he's just like in the midst, like, he's always in the battle, and I
Reaper
can't
is
really
very
stay in the
prominent
game.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, um, no, yeah, just like Reaper is my number one hated hero as a mercenary. So.
I don't know. If I as playing as Mercy, I think Tracer does it for me because with Reaper, I can like put distance between myself and he can't really catch up that quick. With Tracer, she's always on me, and like this is another thing I've learned too, like playing Mercy or Zenyatta, like going to going to instead of like running away or like because they'll place themselves between your team and you, and then instead of like running away from them because they're gonna chase you away, like I'll try to run past them to my team and be like give my team a better angle, even though like
Mhm.
my human sensor like danger, don't go this way, this is bad, don't. But then like okay, if I go this way, I'll most likely take more damage, but I might be able to live if my teammates can turn around and get an easy kill or something.
Well, I normally don't have problems with tracers. I actually can, because tracers are actually really easy to read. I
For
mean,
you.
if you, for me, yeah, for me they're really easy to read. I mean, what I do is, if I hear a tracer behind me, or if I'm getting, pelted with a lot of damage
Yeah.
quickly, and I know it's a tracer, I'll just, because I have my beam, set to whoever I'm healing, I instantly fly to.
Oh yeah, I that's the best beam for me too.
Yeah, so like if I'm looking behind, like I don't have to be looking at the person I'm healing to fly to. So I'll
Yeah.
be watching the tracer, and if I see her blink, I know that the second she blinks, she's already reloading. She's gonna start shooting me. So
Yeah.
when she blinks, I'll fly to away, and then she'll blink towards me. I'll fly away, and then she'll blink, and I'll fly away. So it's
Yeah.
like this pattern. So like every time she's trying to shoot me, I'm already going away from her. and that's
Ah,
why like I don't have a problem with tracers.
interesting.
With Genjis, they're just like all over the place, and I don't know
Yeah.
where the hell they are and like where they're gonna shoot me from. So
See,
it's
it's kind of
I just
opposite
can't keep up.
for me probably because I don't play as much Tracer and I don't really have a pattern down. But that's really interesting because I'm gonna have to start keeping that in mind because I love like when I'm like facing somewhere else and just like fly like backwards into something, be like, ha, they didn't like. Because watching that, you're like, okay, Mercy's facing this way, and then like you can, because usually when you're like, because I play DPS too, and I'm like trying to chase Mercy's, like you'll see Mercy's looking this way, so you'll know she's gonna want to fly to another teammate, and then you can anticipate that. But then sometimes when she's looking that way and you're trying to anticipate it, she'll fly backwards. And you're like, wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do. I just fly
Yeah,
backwards. I'm always watching the tracer. Like if there's a tracer behind me or anything behind me, I'll be watching you, and then I'll just be flying away. So
that's
um,
awesome.
that's why I normally don't die by flankers. I normally die by a Reaper because
The
just like I
the
said, two
burst
shots and
damage
you're
is
just
so
dead. But
great.
yeah, that burst, I can't stand it. And I that's why I like a Farah on my team.
Yeah, you
It's
can
it's
fly
just
this
it's
far.
easy to get away.
And Reaper
So
really has no business being in the air.
exactly. I mean, if he was up there, that would be terrifying, and
Oh my
I would
gosh,
probably
Flying
I
Reaper
would
next
give up.
patch.
I would
Rip. My
I would give
gosh.
up on Mercy. Like
Like,
forget that.
I guess I'm just gonna play Widowmaker now. Uh. My goodness. Oh, but yeah. Do you have any like final like closing statements or anything? People watching your team or anything of that sort?
Uh, no, I'm not really good at that, but I mean, it's been nice, just talking with you. It's actually been a really great conversation.
Yeah, see, I told you we'd
So.
figure out things to talk about, even if it wasn't Overwatch the whole time. Um, it's been awesome. Nintendo's great, the other games are great, and Overwatch is great too.
Yeah, but no, this is the first time I mean talking to you, so it's it's a new thing,
Yeah,
meeting new people. So it was
exactly.
fun.
But I'm pretty easy to talk to. I mean, I guess that's why people think I'm a good caster. I don't know. I I know how to talk. I get paid to talk actually. But but yeah. Thank you all for watching this episode of TeamWatch. Featuring Half Cow here on Team Edge. You said right?
Yeah,
Nice.
Team Edge.
Look forward to seeing them in tournaments. This has been the Big Fat Max with you guys. You guys have a good one.